Hello and welcome back. It's been quite a while, I guess, since I posted a video, but been having a bit of a busy fall. As you can see, most of the trees have already kind of lost their leaves. So I was up here for a few times, I guess, in the last few weeks, but or the last quite a few weeks, I guess. But I had quite a few things happening over the last little while. So my brother got married and had a bunch of family come in from town. So other brothers from out west came in. So we spent a couple weeks just kind of hanging out and doing things. And we did actually come up here for a day trip. And then I did one sort of camping weekend here too with my brother and sister. So that was fun, but I wasn't doing any videos, just kind of hanging out and seeing things. And that was a few weeks ago now as well. So I think it's been I guess it's been well over a month since I've sort of posted any kind of updates. So I haven't really done anything. Haven't worked on the road or the camp or anything like that in the last little while. So I'm gonna just take a little look around here and see what's changed, and then we'll figure out what we're gonna get started on. So first thing I want to do is check out the boat here. I think it's taken on quite a bit of water since I was last out. Actually, the water level is very high. Let's go check out the dam there too. And looks like I lost the top of some of these trees. Must have had a bit of a wind. But yeah, boat is full of water. The water level is really high. So I'm gonna go over here check out the dam. But there's another down tree here actually. Looks like it took out this little one too. This might be good. Maybe some good firewood in here. Hard to say sometimes there. I find a lot of the trees around here seem to do this. They get sort of rotten, especially these pines. They rot out on the inside, and then they end up getting knocked over by the wind. So luckily, this one's not really didn't really hit anything. Okay, head over here to the dam. Yeah, water level's pretty high over here too, so obviously. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll crack the top of the dam here, just to sort of let the water kind of drop down a little bit, and then maybe I'll go check out the beaver pond. So, all right, just taking a little bit off the top here. Let's see. So hopefully, if there's not as much water coming in now and sort of opening up a little bit, also have to keep an eye on that, and hopefully that'll keep everyone happy and the beavers alive. But anyway, I'll come back and check on it maybe tomorrow morning or something. See how it is. Okay, so now let's we'll head over to the beaver pond. A couple weeks ago, or a couple times ago, that was probably a couple months ago now, the water level at the beaver pond had actually dropped down, but then the last time I was up with some family, it was back up to where it was before. So curious to see where it's at today, and I'll have to deal with this this tree kind of right in my path at some point as well. Anyway, so it's getting a little warm, so I might just take this jacket off. It's only about 2 degrees here today, at least right now. I think it's supposed to be a high of 6 degrees Celsius today. But with moving around and stuff, it's a bit. There's another tree out there down. You can see. Do as well. I must have had some decent wind here. I'm curious to check out what else has gone down up there. So I think I'm gonna lose the jacket, and then I'll walk up to the beaver pond and we'll check that out. So I'll meet you there. It's just checking the temperature here. It's actually slightly below 0. I don't know if you can make that out there, but it looks like it's minus 1 or minus 1.5 or something like that. So definitely a bit of a chilly morning. It is supposed to warm up a little bit. It's about noon now, just maybe even slightly after noon. Got here right around noon. So definitely chilly. It doesn't feel like it's that cold. There's another tree here. This one was down already last time I was here. It just sort of came off the top of this big tree here. So big branch fell off. Was alive, I guess. So I'm definitely gonna have to get out the chainsaw here and do a little bit of cleanup around the camp. Kind of expected though. Chainsaw seems to be working good since I last pulled it apart there and got the gas tank vent fixed up on it, so that's good. And the filters and plugs and stuff like that too, but or plug. Anyway, let's take a walk up there and check out the beaver pond. And so it's still rising. Not too much higher than before, but definitely still coming up a little bit. Looks like beaver sort of has been active here too, taking down all these trees. And I guess he likes my little path here. Works well for him to carry his sticks and stuff through. No, he's not this big one yet, but he's definitely taken down a birch there. I don't see any other evidence around here yet, but oh, there's another one here he's been chewing on. Taking that one down. It's sort of caught up though. Maybe I can help him out here. I'm not sure if he'll. I'm not sure if he'll actually still come and take it, even because I've moved it. I'm not sure how particular they are on that, but and I'm not sure when he cut this down either. It might not be green enough anymore. I'm not sure how quickly they tend to process them, and then if they're sitting for too long, they tend to leave them. So anyway, we'll do a little experiment, I guess, with that one and see what happens. Let's walk over now to the beaver dam. Oh, there's another one down there that they've knocked over but got tangled up in the trees. Pretty amazing what a beaver can do to creating this whole environment for himself and anyone else, I guess, that wants to use it. Really neat. Definitely drowning a lot of these trees here for sure. A little bit of cleanup to do on those. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Pretty amazing how much he's done here. It's like 6 feet, maybe more than 6 feet from the bottom there. The water's flowing pretty heavily too. Let's take a walk back along this not quite trail. Probably have to clean this up a bit more. I want to be able to use this. So yeah, the water's flowing pretty heavy for this time of year. I guess we've gotten a lot of rain lately. It's starting to pick up again for the winter season. It's flowing quite a bit here. Could go up and check out Calia's bunkie spot too, maybe. Give a better view of the pond from that spot. A little stone bridge is holding up here. And then we'll take this little path. That's a really nice view from Calia's bunkie spot here of this beaver pond. Just need to clear a few of these pine trees that are kind of in the water here a little bit to get a better view. But it's pretty nice. All this created by a beaver. That's nice, but can't sit around here all day, so I head back over, trying to decide what to do first here. Maybe I'll just start fixing things up around the camp there. I got to deal with those trees that are down and get a fire going, and just start burning some of that brush from the trees that are down. And then I do have something that I would like to cook on the fire tonight anyway, so if I do that, then I can have a nice bed of coals there, and I can keep the fire going inside the tent too once it starts to get a little later on. It gets dark now around it's like 7, but we're going through the time change this weekend as well, so this is kind of my last sort of longer day of daylight in the evening. Got most of that dealt with now. Just gonna haul these logs over and split them now. But I'll show you what I did last time I was up here. I've got most of the brush here dealt with too. A little bit more. That stuff burns pretty quick. So back here, the back of the tent, there was this big tree here, which again, you know, like every other tree around here seems, or at least the pines is kind of hollow in the middle. It looked like decent wood, and we dropped the tree and then kind of processed most of it when I had some people up. My brother and sister were here. We didn't burn anything though. So I've got a big pile here of brush to burn still. So I might tackle some of that while I have the fire going here. And then when Callie was up with her boyfriend and another friend, they started splitting some of the wood and were burning it, and she was saying that it was no good, although it looked really good. So they were going to tackle sort of splitting all the stuff for me, and they didn't. So I guess that's on me now. There's a couple that they split that's in the tent that look decent, so they didn't look punky though, which is the weird thing. So I did split one of the new ones. It also looks good, but a little bit on the green side. And then I split one from the tree from last week there, or a couple weeks ago. And it's actually looks pretty decent too. So I'm wondering if they just started splitting some of the ones on the very bottom, like these ones over here, which do look like they have some rot and punkiness on them. And then instead of kind of moving on to other parts of the tree that were farther up, maybe in better shape, maybe they just kind of gave up on it. But anyway, so I'm gonna split some more of these things over here, and then I'll also haul the other ones over. But I want to see if this stuff's any good to burn, or if it's not. And I think the new tree is going to be good to burn, but it might be a little on the green side still, although it's pine, so it should burn anyway. But I'm going to split it and stack it, and then by the time we get around to burning it, hopefully it'll be dried out from in the shed there. So yeah, so that's the plan. I'm going to split a couple of these first, just kind of see what they look like, and then go from there. Stuff looks really good, so I don't know. So these ones here, definitely on the end, are not very good. They're kind of punky. I'm not even sure if the bit at the edge here is good. So I wonder if that's just what they did. Split a couple of these rotting ones with the holes in them, and then didn't move on to the wood that was actually good. Because that other piece looked really good. So I'm not sure why they gave up so quickly. But kids these days, well, they're not really kids anymore. Adults at this point. But anyway, what can you do? So I think maybe I won't bother splitting these if they've tried to burn them already, and I'll just skip over the ones that look rotten, and I'll move on to the good ones. so it may not be good wood for burning, but it's definitely easy splitting, so I'm not sure what Kalia was complaining about. It's actually really easy to split, and she said that's what they were gonna do, is split a bunch of wood for me. So I'm not sure why, even if they weren't gonna burn it, they didn't split it. It's actually really good wood. Just needs to dry a bit, so it's not ready to burn yet, but good wood. So so now I'm gonna haul over some of the new tree, maybe cut a couple more pieces up, and just see if any of that stuff is more closer to being ready to burn, and then I'll kind of go from there. I threw a couple pieces on, but I'm not 100% sure. I got mixed up which ones they were, but they were definitely wet. So I'm gonna split a couple more, and then and maybe let the fire die down a bit. I'm burning a bit more of the brush that's over there, and then once I do that, I'll try some of burning this other new wood, and then see how that goes. So first things first, I'll just haul a bunch of it over. All right, well, it's a decent pile of wood. So I think I'm just gonna leave it there, actually. Give it some sun and some wind to help dry it out faster. It's good wood, it's just a little wet still, so I figure if I leave it there for a bit longer, or a couple months maybe, before I move it into the shed, then it'll have a better chance of being dry kind of next spring. But anyway, so I think I'm gonna take a little break now. I might burn a little bit of that brush, and just sit by the fire for a bit and watch the view. So I'll see you in a bit. All right, I got a little more brush burned there. I'm gonna keep throwing a little bit on, but it's time to bail out the boat here. I also have to figure out how to or where I want to put the motor for kind of keeping it for the winter. I'm quite decided yet what to do there, but first step is getting the water out of the boat, so let's get at it. All right, I think what I'm going to do for winterizing the boat here, I've been kind of debating a few options, but I think I'm going to hook up the gas. I'm going to fire it up. I'm going to let it run for a bit. It hasn't run in a while, and then I'm going to disconnect the gas and let it basically burn out the gas that's in the carb. So I'll let it sort of die on its own with the gas disconnected. And then I'm going to pull the boat kind of up to shore, pull it somewhere up there where I can kind of get better access to the motor. I'm going to take the motor off. I'm going to mount a 2x4 or maybe a 2x6, maybe even 2x10 if I have one, on a couple of trees that I can sort of mount the motor onto, because what I want to do is get get it upright, so I can have it all the way down so that the water is fully drained out of it. And I think the combination of those two things should be enough. People say that, you know, a whole bunch of stuff you're supposed to do, whatever, but at the end of the day, I just don't want water in it. I don't want it to freeze and crack anything, so I want it fully drained out. And I don't really want gas kind of sitting inside it, although I'm not actually too worried about that, but I figure might as well run it down out of gas as well. But anyway, I'm totally new to this whole outboard motor thing, so if you think that that solution for my winterizing is a bit crazy, then let me know. Let me know what you think I should do. But that's what I'm going to see if I can find a setup for and get that started. I forgot to undo the air vent, which was really the cause of a problem I had in the summer too, where I left it open and the gas kind of vented out and went bad while I wasn't using it. So I gotta get in the habit of all these different pieces that I gotta worry about. But I keep forgetting that dang air vent on the gas tank. Anyway, once I loosened that, then it fired up again, and now it's running. I'm gonna let it run for a bit while I figure out another spot there to put it for the winter, and then I'll try to get it off there and haul it up. It's pretty friggin' heavy, so I don't want to go too far with it. But I got a half decent spot I think picked out, so see if I can find the stuff for it. Right, boat's idling there. I'm going to disconnect the gas in a bit here, but my spot that I'm thinking is right here against this tree. So I'm thinking I've got a 2x6 here, which I'll kind of mount up there against those two trees, and then I can basically haul the motor up here and kind of mount it on that 2x6, and then hopefully it can be sort of secured for the winter. My only real concern is like mice and chipmunks and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if that'll be a problem or not. It is kind of like sealed for the most part, so hopefully it's okay, but we'll have to wait and see, I guess. But that's my plan. I don't really want to haul it all the way home, and it's really not any safer at home in my shed or whatever anyway when it comes to the wildlife. So I think just keeping it here is the simplest solution, and it should be out of the way and fairly safe in that spot. So that's my plan. I'm going to mount this board at hopefully high enough height, but not too high. And then I'll see if I can haul that thing up here and mount it on there. So first things, let's disconnect the gas here and see. I'm not really sure how long it'll stay idling once the gas is disconnected, but let's try it out and see. Longer than I expected, actually, but I guess there's quite a bit of gas in the carburetor there. It doesn't burn very much on idle. I guess I could turn it up and burn it faster, but I think I'll just let it idle here. Okay, well, I'm not gonna wait around for that. It will eventually die. There is no more gas going into it, so at some point it'll putter out. So I'm gonna move on to the spot here. I brought the gas can already up, but move on to this spot here and get this piece of wood mounted. Hopefully not too low. Just got to make sure I put it high enough that I can still reach it to get on, but high enough that that the whole engine will swing down. So if it's high enough, hope I can lift the engine up over top of that as a mount. Tell me if you think I'm crazy. Is that going to be good for winterizing this motor? Lots of time for the water to drain out now. It's all upright. Gas is kind of out of it. So I think that's good. I don't know. Now I just got to find a spot for the boat. Haul it up. Maybe I'll just haul it up here beside the hold up here. Just move this over and flip it over there. And that way it's all in the same spot. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, would have been much easier with 2 people, but I think I'm happy with this setup for now. So yeah, get the boat winterized and out. Got some trees dealt with, some brush burnt. Got most of the stuff on the other side of the tent there done as well. So got all the wood chopped. So the only other thing I wanted to do, maybe, I'm kind of making up as I go here. is when my chainsaw stopped working properly, I still had some hardwood up in the woods there that I was wanting to pull down. Not necessarily cut it up yet, but just kind of haul it down. So I think what I might do is grab the side-by-side and the chainsaw and just zip up there quick, cut those up, throw them in the back, or just cut them to length so they fit in the back, and then bring them back here, and I'll just set them aside and kind of process them another day. But I think I'm going to just take a break here first, because that was heavy, a lot of work. I'm pretty sore today anyway, so I'll see you in a bit. Alright, I'm back up at the spot there where I was grabbing the hardwood. This is one of the pieces that I kind of set aside, but it didn't fit. So I'm going to cut that one in half so I can load it in the back. And there's another one up there that I'm going to go try to find. Alright, found it here. This one here is kind of propped up on this bit and propped over the back bit there. So I'm pretty sure at least this little bit is good. And then I'll check out the other side when I cut it up. So let's get to it. Well, it's really cool that you can see so far in here with all the leaves down. It's really neat, but it's very hard to identify hardwood that's dead because all the leaves are gone off it. So unless it's like a clearly dead with the bark sort of stripped off it, it is hard to tell sometimes. But anyway, this one was pretty clear. There was another one that I found on the other side of the road over there, but I can't remember now if it was like clearly dead, like if I just knew it was dead because it was the summertime, and I don't think I marked it either. So, but anyway, I'm just gonna haul this stuff back now and load it in the side-by-side and get back to camp. All right, I'm all packed up here. But while I was back in the woods there, I found a skull of a beaver. Look at the chompers on that. That's pretty cool. Not sure what happened or why he was way up there. Could have got pinched in a tree. Could have got killed and then dragged up there by an animal of some sort. But it is a bit strange for him to be so far away from the water. But I mean, there is water kind of everywhere, so it's quite possible he was just up there, trying to harvest wood or something. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. Kind of a cool find, obviously a long time ago. But I think I'll bring that back to the camp and see if I can find a cool spot for it. So let's head back. Okay, I think that's going to be it for today. I'm going to probably strip the bark off of these because it's definitely holding moisture and some fungus and rot. It's getting late. It's probably dinner time. I'm getting hungry now, so I think I'm just going to get the fire beefed up again, and then I'll do a little cooking and eat, and then kind of turn in and chill for the evening. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. Bye for now.